We are off to Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi. Just on the way out this journey, we're in economy class, and we're flying with Etihad. We're going to kind of try and document what this flight's like, how it feels, leg room, all that kind of stuff. But then on the way back, we are...
Yeah, well, we've put in a bid to go business class on the way back, haven't we?
We have.
We have.
So hopefully we'll be doing business class on the way back, which will be the first time, and we'll try and do a comparison side by side and see whether it's worth the bang for the buck. Flight time is just under 7 hours to get to Abu Dhabi. We left quite late from the gate, so we were supposed to leave at 5 to 9. We didn't leave till about 9:30. We arrive in Abu Dhabi about 6:30 in the morning, which is UK time about 4:30 in the morning. So the biggest challenge on this flight, like many flights overnight, is the lack of time actually to get some rest and sleep. So once the food has been served, which is due at any time now, and taking into account the food that will come towards the end of the flight, there's probably only a 3-hour window in which to try and get some sleep. Seats are comfy, quite roomy. Well, they are until somebody pushes the headrest back. But whether they're good enough for this person to get any sleep, I don't know. But what I can predict is she's going to be a fairly grumpy person for the rest of the day tomorrow. One of the things that we always do on our flights is, and especially on a night flight, is order a special menu. Sarah's this time ordered a low-calorie one. I've ordered the vegetarian. I've done that because I am a vegetarian, but it is one of those things to consider doing because you always get your food first. You get it earlier than everybody else, which means if you're trying to get some sleep, you can get your head down a little bit earlier and make your flight a little bit more tolerable. So this is the vegetarian meal ready. Let's see what we've got. Pasta. You can order a vegan meal, you can order all sorts of stuff, but if you want to get your food early, that's the trick.
In the business class lounge at Etihad in Abu Dhabi, and I'll tell you what's really exciting about this is that you know that we are real people on real life budgets. We can't afford business class. Now the nice thing about Etihad is that you can actually put in a bid for an upgrade, and we did do it on the way out and we weren't successful, but boy did we wish we had done. Really, the economy was okay, it was fine, but it was an overnight flight. Anyway, I thought, sorry, we're going to do it on the way back, and the bid was successful. I found out yesterday, surprised Andy at the airport this morning, and we are going to travel in luxury. Just one note about the bid is people think, well, how much can you get a ticket for? I think the tickets, when you put the bid in, it's a kind of fraction of the price of an upgrade to business class. But it's still quite some money. I think in the end you end up roughly paying maybe, or it can go up as high as, depending on the flight and the busyness, as high as half the price maybe of an actual upgrade. So that's how much it costs.
And of course that depends on how busy the flight is. So I think that if they've got plenty of space in the business class, and we actually phoned our agent, a travel agent, to say, you know, is the flight busy? And he really advised us on what to do. So depending on how busy your flight is will depend on the cost and the availability. For me, flying back, we're on a daytime flight on the way back, and whilst flying on the night flight on the way to Abu Dhabi, you want the bed. I mean, would have loved to have the bed, but actually I think I'm going to prefer flying in the daytime flight. You get longer in the posh seats to be able to enjoy it. You know, and obviously you can put the bed down if you wanted to and things. But so I'm really looking forward to this experience and see what it's like, because neither of us have ever done this before. So we're really looking forward to it. Morning.
Hi sir, good morning. How are we doing?
Good, thank you.
Hey, Mr. Andrew, we're going to be here today.
Thank you very much.
Thanks
Thank
so
you.
much, sir.
Thank you. 8, your seat.
Yes.
I'm 8 deep.
But you all right there? Or do you want
No, this is perfect.
to you want to be on the window?
You definitely volunteered to put me by the window. No,
No.
not really.
You know, I would, but
But
This is our camping fish, orange juice, special mix, champagne you have.
it's easy. It's champagne. It's our first time.
Thank you so much, surely.
We're so excited.
So excited. Madam, this is our menu card.
Okay, I'll have a look at that. Thank you. The life. This is how I was meant to travel, isn't it, Dar? It's this all the time now. Little champagne. Cheers. Down the hatch.
flying
Weird.
backwards.
That is a bit weird. I kind of like it though.
You like it?
Yeah. It doesn't feel like so kind of like you're being launched into space.
Wait till we land.
Like a beetle.
That's what it's like. It's like you're doing that.
It is like you can see the tilt.
So, what might a toilet in business class actually look like, you may be asking? Well, it's really clean. I mean, look, full length mirror. Everything down there is looking nice and clean. Nice smelly things. It's looking good.
Just for the record, I'm already living my best life. Yes, I have. Cheers, baby.
back home, and what an experience that was. I mean, we've both of us flown all over the world independently and together, haven't we? And just never had the opportunity to do it. And those days of, you know, turning up a suit to get an upgrade, of those seem to have gone now. But it was your idea.
It was a bucket list thing for me. I said I really wanted to do this just once in my life, have this one opportunity to fly business class, and we did it. Would you do it again, Andy?
I'd love to do it every single time we flew. Would I justify the price for doing it? It's hard to say, isn't it? Because it was such a luxurious thing, but you know, we don't have the budget to kind of just be able to say every time, let's go business class. So it really is something really, really special. And I suppose one way of looking at it is exactly what you said. It's that whole kind of bucket list. We've got to do it. The other way of looking at it is, you know, that's another flight to somewhere else. So I'd love to do it every single time. But like I say, we don't have that kind of money to be able to do it every time. You'd do it again and again, wouldn't you?
I would.
Yes, you just
I
loved it.
flipping would. I tell you what, do you know, I think that we haven't touched on in the videos is actually when you land, it took about 30 minutes from getting off the plane to the car.
Yeah,
It's also quick, and I have never felt so refreshed after getting off a flight, let alone a long haul flight. Yeah. And you know, if I could fly long haul business every time, I flipping would. But real people, real life,
real money,
budgets.
real money.
So I think it's great that, you know, a couple of airlines like Etihad give you that opportunity to bid for something that is just, it's a real treat. We could never afford it.
It's definitely cheaper than just booking the upgrade. I think we worked out it's about, whatever you look at and you look at what's the cost of the upgrade, our experience of it is about half of that was what you're going to pay to do the auction. But it'll come down to how many seats are available, how empty the flight is, and how many other people are bidding. So if you're thinking, I've got to do business class, then you're risking not getting your seat reserved. But if you're prepared to go in the economy, if it all doesn't work out, which is what happened to us on the outbound flight, then definitely worthwhile doing.